maybe it's good afternoon, maybe it's good evening. Thanks for taking time to tune in. I know the title is the reason you're tuning in. It's not because of me. We have a special interview that we've done with Chris and Heidi Powell. And the title sort of talks a little bit about getting a little bit closer, a little bit more personal with these two. A lot of people have seen them on TV. They have read their books. They have watched their blogs, followed them on Instagram, Facebook. And they're just an incredible couple, very talented in so many ways. The reason I felt it very important to bring them to you and to really sit down and do this interview is because the idea we have on the Daily Echo is to inspire and uplift anyone and everyone on a daily basis. And if you've watched the videos in the past, you'll see that. We also take time whenever I have the opportunity to interview people. And we've interviewed a lot of people. We've interviewed people from different walks of life. We've gotten a lot of different perspectives. Many patients of mine over the years have asked me many of the questions that I ask Chris and Heidi in this interview. Now, the interview is broken down into 6 parts. And the reason it's 6 parts is it's about 40 minutes. When we sat down to do the interview, I thought it might take us 10 minutes. Well, we got pretty deep into some subjects that I think are very relevant for the people that are watching this. Chris and Heidi's family dynamics is such a great example to families all over the world. Many of you that have followed them understand the dynamics. Heidi was married to Derek, Maddox, and Marley. Unbelievable children. Divorce, Heidi and Chris get married, Cash and Ruby. And yet this whole family exists. Derek's at all the events. In fact, when we did this interview, Derek was there that day. Just a lot of love. The family is a unit. There's not one last name that denotes this family, Solomon, Powell, Lane. And I wanted to sort of bring that dynamic to the world a little bit on a more personal level, because I think that's a great example and a great model for people to follow. There's a lot of divorce in the world. And I see it in my office on a daily basis. And what happens many times is the bitterness that occurs between the spouses, the husband and the wife, a lot of times creates this conflict in children. They're not able to express love for the parent because the other parent maybe continually talks negative about that person. And so what a great example. And I think that if the dynamics don't work out with a husband and a wife and they move on their separate ways, the dynamics of love and compassion can be there and it can exist. And so they've been a super example in that area. A couple of the other areas that we wanted to touch on is their popularity. You know, the type of role models that they are, the pressure that may be on that. So there's a lot of questions that we go through, and I want you to tune in. We'll probably release part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 a few days apart so you get an opportunity to watch this. But listen, learn. We had a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, a few tears, some serious moments. But I want to thank Chris and Heidi for taking that opportunity. We love them to death. We're so grateful for them. I'm so much more thankful for them as people that I know way more than what you see on the books and on the TV, because I know them at a personal level. And the last thing I will close on before we let you get to part 1 is many people ask me all the time, are they that nice? Is Chris that nice? Is Heidi that nice? And, you know, when you know them on a personal level, they are. In fact, they're nicer. Their major goal in life is to uplift and inspire. You won't find 2 more grateful people and humble people for the position that they're in. And you can see it in the way they interact with people on a daily basis, complete strangers that come up to them. There's genuine love and compassion. So you're getting the real deal here. Enjoy this interview. And we will be coming back to you every day like we always do on the Daily Echo. But this is a special series. Chris and Heidi Powell, enjoy part 1. Okay, welcome. We're having the Daily Echo with 2 of my favorite people in the world here today. And I don't know if we need to introduce them. Inger's behind the camera.
Yeah, I'm here.
I think everybody I know knows Chris and Heidi.
Oh.
So we were able to meet up with them today, and they mean a whole bunch to us. I'm going to try to get through this interview without getting emotional. So.
Oh. That goes both ways, because I'm going to get to say it.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to throw
we love you, Uncle Larry.
We're going to throw some questions out.
Okay, curveball. Should I be nervous?
Yes.
All right, I'm ready.
Hard-hitting journalism at its best.
I have a script here, and I'm going to ask questions that a lot of people don't ask me.
Uh-oh.
So, the first thing, I've known Heidi since she was born, and I've known Chris since.
Gosh, we're going on like 8 years.
8 years.
7
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
In fact, the first time I saw Chris, his back was hurting just like today. So we were just like,
Some things never change.
So when Heidi was little, Inger was actually the nanny for a while, and we were talking about how Heidi would teach people how
her
Heidi
name?
learned to spell her name.
Yeah.
So you remember that?
Of course I do.
So
Because I spelled my name and I was certain it was Heidi.
That's right.
I might have even added some extra letters, but my name is so much fun to spell. Heidi. You know, so I just never knew when to stop.
and that's how I remember to spell it because of what she did. There is a debate here. This is the debate I'm going to go through. Weren't you guys just named the fittest couple?
Something like that.
We were.
But that was age group because they don't go to 50.
I was gonna say,
like, we're
that's
40,
right.
50.
And I think it was the fittest couple in our zip code.
Yeah, I think it was the fittest couple up to 38, between 34 and 38, with
Right.
blonde hair, blue eyes.
In our
Because there's a
zip
lot
code.
of other really
Because
good
we
couples.
just
like
did some
you
really
two.
skimpy pictures, and I think but we're not going to release them if it's zip code.
It's true. There are some other incredibly fit couples out there.
All right.
I have to see your
Like
skimpy
yourself.
pictures. Go make a calendar with it.
After I Photoshop them, we'll send them to you guys. Rumor has it, and I think Heidi's older brother, Mo, had told me
Uh-oh.
that she is changing her name. She's going to hyphenate Powell Lane, and he said Chris is going to follow. Any truth to that?
It's so funny. Babe, is that true?
Any truth? I mean,
There's no.
Okay,
But-
all right.
but here's what's
Don't get me
crazy.
wrong. I love the Lane family.
Yes.
And I feel like a Lane. I really do. Like you
And we
guys.
feel like
oh,
you're a Lane,
buddy,
man.
you guys have truly adopted me into the family. And even meeting Heidi and her brothers and Grant and Lori for the first time, I was like, where have you guys been? Like, this is my long lost family. They're wonderful.
Yeah,
So-
you know what, it is funny though. We literally just had this conversation the other day. I was telling Chris, I'm like, it doesn't seem fair to me that when girls and boys get married, the woman has to drop their last name because I have so much pride in my last name Lane. And actually, you guys might not know this, but legally, my name is still Heidi Lane. Did you know that?
I did not.
It has
Yeah.
not even been changed to Powell.
Is the Lynn, the old Lynn,
The Lynn
still
is still
there?
Yeah.
Heidi
Yeah,
Lynn Lane.
she's
It's
still
still
Heidi
there.
Lane, yeah.
But the reason for it is I was actually going to change it after we got married. And Maddox and Marley, their last name is Solomon. And I was pregnant with Cash when I was about to change the name. And Marley and Maddox, I remember Marley saying, Mom, you guys are all going to be Powells and we're going to be Solomons. And it broke my heart because I didn't want her to feel left out. And I'm like, no, I'm Elaine. And I'll always be Elaine. So you're a Solomon, I'm Elaine, they're Powells. We're a big blended family.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I will never change my name to Powell. I may hyphenate at some point because
It's a
love
great
Powell
name.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a
Well,
great
yeah, it is. But you know what though? For that reason alone,
Yeah.
I'm so okay with it because that's just it. We want them to have just pride in being a family, and that has nothing to do with your last name.
Yes.
And so that's really what we've developed our family, and we built our family.
And you guys have done. I mean, people know what you guys have done. And even Derek's down today for this gymnastics meet.
He's a part of the Powell Pack.
He's in.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Eating my Cocoa Puff.
So we're gonna ask some questions. Q&A
All right,
quick.
here we
Both
go.
of you get to answer this. People ask me all the time, and I said if I catch up, I will. Favorite food?
Marshmallow Dream Bar.
I'm on a cereal kick right now, and so I'll say like Cocoa Puffs, Lucky Charms.
Did he just say Cocoa Puffs?
He said
I
Cocoa
did.
Puffs.
I've been.
Is there like a healthy Cocoa Puffs you're talking about?
No. I just go straight for the fully loaded
Okay,
Cocoa
all right,
Puffs.
that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Food. So good it makes you cave in. If you have it around you, so you have to just get rid of it or not be around.
Gosh, you know
I know
what?
it is.
For
Cocoa
me,
Puffs.
Yeah.
crap, what is it for me?
Cheddar cheese and sour cream ruffles.
That I was gonna, yes,
Yep.
you guys,
And
they are so good, and I could eat the entire bag. So I have to like have someone take the bag away after I have a couple.
I'm the same way. We can't have them around.
So you,
There.
and you just eliminate it, which is what?
Yes.
yeah,
so
you
you
do.
just
Yeah, you
Yep,
cannot
trigger
have them
foods.
around.
You take trigger
Absolutely.
foods out of your house.
Yeah.